Welcome back to News Geelong on our midweek edition on this Wednesday night. The Geelong Gallery, what a wonderful institution it is in our great city of Geelong, as it continues to set benchmarks with top exhibitions, and its latest showing, the development of 50 years in the world of abstract art. Abstract art has come a long way over that period of time, as Ian Nichols reports.
Well, here we are back at the Geelong Art Gallery. We just love it. And they've got a new exhibition which has been put together by their curator, Lisa Sullivan. It's called 5 Decades of Abstraction. These are paintings from the permanent collection, and they're the best of, I would think. We'll get more on that from Lisa. It's on till September 2, and as I always say, it's free admission down here at the Geelong Art Gallery. You should give it a try. You've put together a little exhibition called 5 Decades of Abstraction, and what prompted you to do this?
Well, the collection here at Geelong Gallery, and there are so many wonderful works in the collection that it's always a great opportunity to get them out. I guess I was looking at a body of work that from the collection that showcased the more contemporary works, and also focused in on geometric abstraction from the collection.
Well, now you're standing in front of something quite extraordinary. You might explain the medium to us.
Sure. The exhibition encompasses 5 decades, and this work that I'm standing in front of, Daniel von Sturmer's Folded Space, is a new media work, and it's the most recent work in the exhibition, dating to 2007. And it's a 2-channel video work in which a series of bold geometric forms or pieces of coloured paper move from one screen to the other. So it's very exciting to have a new media work in amongst this range of paintings and works on paper.
It is. It's just so different, and I would recommend people get down here before the exhibition closes in September to see something quite different.
That's right, absolutely. So in addition to the work here by Daniel, we also have works dating back to the 1960s through to 2007. So each decade is represented from 1960s onwards. And although abstract art has its origins very much in the early 20th century European movements, I guess abstraction in Australia had a very pivotal time in the 1960s here in Australia, when there was a major exhibition of abstract work at the National Gallery of Victoria in 1968 called The Field, which focused on about 40 Australian artists who were working in hard-edge abstraction. And the exhibition starts with 2 artists who were actually in that exhibition, in Sydney Ball and Robert Jacks.
Here is the work by Sydney Ball. It is quite extraordinary, and it's a rather large impression as well.
It is indeed. And in fact, a lot of the works from the 60s that were in the Field exhibition were very large. That was certainly a quality about them. And they employed very bold colour and had very graphic forms. So the idea being that the paintings of non-representational shapes would allow the viewer to focus in on the emotion of the colour and the forms themselves, the very simplified forms. This is a wonderful work from our collection. It's got beautiful, bold geometric forms, but most importantly, it was the winner of the galleries, the Geelong Gallery's 1967 Corio 5-Star Whisky Prize. So the gallery has got a long tradition of exhibition prizes dating back to the 1930s. This being a winner from the 60s, just before Sydney Ball was included in the Field exhibition at the National Gallery of Victoria, and indeed the 1967 prize was judged by Eric Westbrook, who was the director of the National Gallery of Victoria at the time. So there's a lovely circular form, I guess, coming through in that.
Yes, well, he was certainly one of the great identities in Australian art at that time, Eric Westbrook, and he must have known what he was about, because this is quite a spectacular work, I'd have to say that, even as a layperson. It's called Canzon Mama. We can only try to interpret what that might be.
I think it may have some links to music, but I must say I can't answer that question right here.
At the latest exhibition here at Geelong Art Gallery, 5 Decades of Abstraction, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
And now to regional roundup for this week. Barwon Headspace, a great organisation in our city, is to bring a confronting and controversial documentary called Bully to Geelong this week, in the hope it will continue to raise and inspire change within our community. The National Broadband Network rollout is failing to keep up with the increasing demand in the Barwon Southwest region, with more than 18,000 businesses and households now needing super high-speed internet. Geelong builders continue to share in the property boom, with building permits for new dwellings in our great city and around again topping $440 million last month in dollars. The Friends of the Earth Conservation Group has launched its latest campaign to remove legislation banning wind farms in the areas of the Southwest Barwon region, a very controversial subject. You're on News Geelong. As we go to a break, don't forget you can Twitter us on our Twitter account at NewsGeelong31 or on Facebook, www.facebook.com/NewsGeelong31. Leave your comments and suggestions of any stories that you may want us to cover. Be great to hear from you. We'll be back with more after this.